welcome back, or I guess maybe I should welcome myself back after a hiatus from recording these. So I'm a little late to call this August, so we're going to call this August and September's 2022 Teroscope. So we're looking at the energies that are around us now and those that'll be playing out for probably the rest of the year and beyond. So let's just get down to this. I want to keep this short and sweet if that's even at all possible in Chrissy world. At this time, we're going to place our focus on our stability, our security, and stabilizing our home base. This could have a bit of a selfish energy. Not that that's good, bad, or indifferent, but in extreme cases, it could be negative in that there could be like a hoarding type energy. Our focus is on finances, economy, emotions, and domestic issues. This includes our home and our close relationships, which are another strong focus. And when I say home, we could also digress a little bit. If we look collectively, we could think of the homeland or home security or home as in the White House. Could be issues there. There's also a strong mother and child energy this month. So we could see issues with our own moms. We could have issues being a mom. There could be issues with our children. So strong feminine energy could be things coming up again with women's rights, with rights of children, just situations there. We're also going to be taking a look at our values this month. What do we hold valuable? That could be in terms of like actual material items, but then we could be also looking at what's emotionally valuable to us at this time. Our belief systems. What do we believe? What do we not believe now? We may be finding that things that we've held on to for a long time are not bringing us the same value they once did. With all the uncertainty and confusion going on in the world right now, the best way through these times are using our internal GPS system. Trust your instincts of survival. Trust your instincts of intuition. So now that the introduction's out of the way, let's start with our theme, the Moon card. The Moon tells us these are turbulent times. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of illusions all around us. We are focused again on securing our home. We're focused on close personal relationships, could be with our mother, with our family. And our material stability is also a concern this month. Other highlights with the Moon could include issues with our children. This could be, it's such strong feminine energy. We could be seeing issues with women's rights coming up again, with women protecting their children. There may be some issues where we feel we need to protect our children. So overall, just some really strong themes involving women, family, home, children, and emotions. Also, don't forget the Moon deals with illusions and delusions. So, as we learn more information and more truth comes out, rest assured that the puppet masters are probably going to layer that under a lot of bullshit. It also deals with mental health issues, so we may be seeing that come to the forefront on the world stage, even worse than it has been. And it's a water-based card, so we could be seeing some water events or issues with water. So key highlights with the Moon. Going to be an emotional ride. I think our security is that question in terms of our finances, our relationships, and our home. And I also think that we really need to use our intuition moving forward to help us navigate these uncertain and unstable times. Leading us to our favor, the Four of Pentacles. So during this great time of uncertainty with our connections, our home, and our material life, our finances, the Four of Pentacles is a great omen to suggest that we have done the work to at least maintain what we have and have like a status quo type energy. It's a great card suggesting stability and self-sufficiency. And it suggests we will be cautious and more conservative with our money and resources right now. This is favorable because it means we're aware that there's issues around us and we're trying to be smart about them. In general, it suggests we will take a safe approach to the uncertainty around us and be more protective and selfish. This could mean staying closer to home, less travel, less socializing, or at least being more selective as we try to save money and conserve our energy. We aren't going to readily give away the things that we have, the things that we've earned, our time, our energy, to the things that are just a suck. This is not necessarily a bad thing because we're realizing where our energy leaks are and where we need to be placing our focus and attention. I'm hopeful that this card is also suggesting that there may still be some time to prepare for difficult times ahead. So continue to stock up that pantry and ammo can so that you have these things before you actually need to use them. Another great side of this Four of Pentacles is that showing us that we are learning hard lessons in what is valuable. We're being forced to ask ourselves difficult questions now. Is what I have been trying to hold on to worth what I thought it was? Do I need to release this because something no longer means the same? Have I tried to hold on to the wrong things? What is really worth my time and energy? Do I want to keep holding on to these old patterns? This includes our belief systems too. Have we been holding on to man-made beliefs and things just to maintain a status quo? Do we need to finally let go of the old secure thing to take a chance on a new and uncertain way of living so that it can align more with our soul? We may be questioning if it's time to let go and take a more mysterious path, not knowing where it's going because our soul desires more than the old status quo and the things we've been holding on to that no longer have the same value. Which leads us to our challenge, the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles in the challenge shows us that there are issues with the economy and our resources. Collectively, the economy could take another hit or suffer a huge setback. Maybe even the value of the dollar drops. Four of Pentacles in the Moon, I kind of get two messages here. We are able to keep things afloat somehow, but I question if the puppet masters behind the scenes don't paint the disaster with an opportunity, meaning they lure us in with something or throw us some kind of incentive that could just have future implications that are negative or distract us from the fact of how bad things really are. This is a strong indicator to me that there's going to be a worsening situation with the supply chain, and that could be more with natural resources. If you look at this particular Ace of Pentacles, it looks like a seed. So this could allude to food that's grown in the earth, meaning coming from farms, and natural resources as in gas, which could further contribute to the supply chain issue. Issues obtaining anything new, meaning there is what there is on the shelves and that it might not be possible to get more of a supply for at least some time. Because of this, maybe some hoarding situations. Combined with the Four of Pentacles, I think that may be the case. People may start hoarding, or there could even be some rationing type situation present itself. Also could be issues with actual physical money, getting our hands on coins and dollar bills. The value of the dollar again may drop. Speaking of relationships, we may question our relationship with money. I think we're realizing that we've been chasing the wrong thing this whole time. As resources get tighter, supply gets shorter, things get more expensive, I think this is where we're going to see the relationship we've had with money is very emotional, and this is where we might see a lot of that mental illness play out on the world stage. When people can't get the things or do the things they're used to doing all the time, that's a huge shock, and we may realize how addicted to the dollar and the material item we've become. I also think illness and health are going to be an issue. I know it looks like we are turning the corner, but with fall coming up, I do see more illness and maybe issues with getting treatment for illness. Personally, I think this Ace of Pentacles has some similar messages. We may realize we've made some pretty shitty decisions with money in the past. Maybe we've put all our eggs in one basket and realized that that was not the best approach. We may kick ourselves for feeling like we've missed opportunities. We may be feeling like there's just no hope for a new start. Some of us may be having issues bringing in money or even getting the things that we need. But on the flip side, I want to give some positive messages with this too. I do think for those of us that have been securing our bases, have been working hard to start new lives, to do things differently, to work towards our goals, to follow our souls, I do think there is some reward here despite the chaos and the uncertainty going around us on a collective level. I do think there will be opportunity for some people. I do think maybe sometimes there will be opportunity for others as well, but it just might be that it's delayed or just out of reach right now. So just some quick insights and highlights to summarize. We're dealing with the moon. This has to do with home and domestic life. Are we moving? Are there evictions? Buying, selling? Are we worried about keeping our home secured? Staying close to home, maybe less travel this month or for the rest of the year. Relationships are being analyzed, releasing what ones are no longer meeting us at our level or are as valuable as we once thought they were. Maybe inviting new ones that have more worth. And children may be a concern. Women's issues may be taking a forefront, as are protecting our children may be taking a forefront. There's more truth and lies coming out in terms of our government and everything else going on. Addiction and mental illness could really be prevalent on the world stage right now. Emotions are high. With the Four of Pentacles, we may be releasing things that we no longer find valuable, but we could, on the flip side of that, could still be holding on too tightly to some beliefs or opinions. And that may bring us to like kind of a clash on the world stage if we're not flexible in our thinking. We could see hoarding, we could see people really standing their ground and not wanting to budge. As a country, we're going to see continued issues with the economy as a whole, inflation, and our supply chain. There's also going to be issues in the homeland, meaning our security, and issues in the White House. So with the theme of the moon, this is going to be a highly turbulent time where things do get very dark and there is a lot of confusion. I think unfortunately we are headed into a very dark and cold winter and the dark night of the soul as a collective. So where can we find the hope and where can we find the advice? Well, we need to go back to the cards. With the moon present, things are very confusing right now. They're not at all what they seem. There's a lot of misinformation, misguidance, uncertainty, and purposeful deception. We have to use our internal compass to figure things out because this set of cards does not allude that anybody is coming to save us. So how do we do this? Stabilize the home base. Pull back from wasting time and resources. Take on a healthy but selfish and protective approach. Save where we can and question what is valuable in our lives. Release things that are not allowing us space to grow, even if we are unsure of what is next. Beliefs, people, things, relationships. Know you will weather the storm with smart thinking, careful planning, and work. Keep searching for new areas of hope and opportunity. Put effort in new beginnings that can show results while the rest of the world is unstable. Show results in your immediate world. Plant seeds that can actually grow. Use your intuition, be very discerning, and follow your soul because it knows the way home.